What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Hurtworld. Sorry I didn't post an episode yesterday. I was just kind of, I don't know. I've kind of lacked motivation of making videos recently, and I don't know, maybe because I'm tired or I fixed my sleep schedule and changed my diet, and that can just like fuck with your entire brain, mind juices that are flowing. So sorry about that, but we're going to be consistently going every day with this game until we absolutely get bored. Like I said, we crafted ourselves a bow. I've moved up to this mountain mainly because this guy built right there. And I didn't want to build, I think you can see my old workbench from here. I think this is where I was before. I kind of just like wandered. Okay, I think, no, that's definitely not it. But I kind of wandered from the valley over here to here to see, because there was a bigger base over there. And I wandered this way. And I saw this base, and I was like, that base isn't that big. Maybe I can raid it later, and there's a base right there. And actually, there's the RAD-TOWN, or whatever you want to call it, over there. So I thought this was a decent location for building. We'll probably build in this valley so that we probably, maybe we'll build out in the open more. Maybe like over here, right across from this guy. Just because we don't want to be like in a valley, because then people just shoot down at us with bows. So what I need to do today is essentially just kill a whole bunch of animals. The reason being is I need to get enough leather in order to get a backpack, so I don't have to deal with inventory room too much longer. So that's what we're gonna do. There is a bandit group, as you can see, connected onto the server. There's Elias, Mike, and there was one other guy. They disconnected, but they keep reconnecting randomly. So I'm a little curious to see if they're going to be wandering around together. From what I saw, they were just shooting me from their base at some point. The bows are really freaking accurate and really easy to use. So maybe I'll be able to outgun them. Maybe they're better than me. Who knows? We'll see. And we'll take their shit. One thing I realized is I actually died. And I kept my hatchet. So I don't know if you actually keep tools, because tools are kind of like a necessary thing to have all the time. Actually, I should build down here. This is a nice spot. That's a very nice spot. We should definitely build down there. But we need to get a backpack, and then I'm going to be focusing on a little bit of building. I don't have my iron tools anymore. I have to get those again as well. I'm not sure if there is sleepers or... I think they said they had to wipe characters because of a duplication bug. So... that might be why I didn't have my tools. I had like most of my essential gears. I found a lot of oranges around this area as well. The thing I want to actually do. I hate how it gets rid of the wind effects when you turn it down. They need to have a separate audio source for rock hitting, because rock hitting is really freaking loud, and you guys probably figured that out in yesterday's episode. But I like the ambient wind blowing. I just don't like the really loud ass rock hits. This should give me clay and what is the other thing? These really heavy rocks give you the really good items they're used for building. Clay and limestone. Clay is used to actually make, I believe, stone foundations. At least it was in the beta or the alpha or whatever I played. But let's not get sidetracked. I'm going to pretty much grab every stone and piece of wood that I find, though, because we just need every piece of wood and stone that I find. It's all pretty much essential to our building of bases. And we don't have a crazy amount of arrows either. We only have 9 left after the one I just shot. It's also about to be nighttime, so we're going to have to head back up and get warm, even though being cold doesn't really do anything from what I saw. I was running around in the rain, I was soaking wet, and I was freezing. And I wasn't losing health yet. I don't know if that's because I used a little bit of food, or I don't know if it's not implemented yet until people kind of like learn the game. But it seems like we're fine. Hello. Oh, there's quite a bit of drop. When those people were shooting me inside their house, it didn't even seem like these bows had drop. Another house right there, I see. Alright, got him. There's actually an orange right there. Got 2 leather. Storage is full. What is this? Turns to ash. I think you do need ash for some stuff. We're going to drop a piece of meat real quick. Grab the orange. Eat the orange. As you can see, it is definitely difficult not having a backpack. Backpack literally doubles your inventory room. So we just got to keep hunting for leather. I don't think I'm going to pick up the raw meat anymore. It isn't absolutely necessary right now. I think these are actually one of the ones that will attack you on their own. A lot of animals here. If these are one of those that want to attack you on their own, then I'm definitely just going to use a spear. Animal tendon. Can't pick up the raw steak, but that's fine. I don't want the raw steak. We're definitely going to do an orange farm at some point. We'll keep the tendons because that actually makes string. I'm just scared that somebody's going to, like, pop out of this base at any point in time and kill me. Mainly I'm looking for wood. Wood is important. You'd be surprised at how much wood you need for everything. It's like 50 wood just for a bow. Leather, animal tendon. Alright, I think we have enough now, but I'm just going to get a little bit more just to be safe so we don't have to come out again until daytime. I'd rather avoid coming out at night because you can just get ambushed out of nowhere. Even though bows do have, like, tracers behind the arrows when you shoot them, it's still hard to kind of tell where you're being shot from due to the audio bugs in the game. I wouldn't say they're bugs. They're probably just not optimized fully. When somebody shoots a bow at you, you can kind of tell where he's shooting you from, but you can't really tell a distance. It doesn't get quieter or louder when it's closer or farther, so I actually need this iron right here. So I was getting shot at by two guys with bows, and I thought they were right next to me. They're actually at, like, a base, like a click away. It was nuts. Iron ore, I actually need that. Fuck your food. Alright. We ate a whole bunch of oranges, so we're not going to be hungry for a while. Just gotta kill this last deer, and we should have plenty. Just dropping the bark. Good. Alright, come here, you stupid deer. Give me your leather. Alright. One cool thing about the game so far, it's populated as fuck. So if you're looking for some people to kill, this is definitely the game to join, because there's probably about 10 to 20 servers with like 60 people on them. And this is at like a relatively weird time of day. And I mean, I guess it's Sunday given, but it is a relatively weird time of day. I think my mountain is this one. I'm trying not to get lost. I actually have two mountains with... I'm pretty sure every mountain in this area has a workbench on it just for when I get lost. Because that's just the way my brain functions. I always end up like, yeah, this is my mountain, and then I go to it, and I'm like, yeah, it is my mountain because it's got a workbench on it. Even though it's like not my workbench. But I'm pretty sure inventory is shared between workbenches. I'm not sure if that's true or not, or this guy just had the exact same shit in his workbench than I did when I lost my original one, but this workbench had like 7 string in it and like, I don't know. Alright, so this should be... Oh, we literally got just enough. That was perfect. I think we killed that last deer. Hey, we got ourselves a backpack. Look at all that inventory room. Alright. Got some iron. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get ourselves a campfire going. Actually, to smelt iron, we can't use... Oh, we can use a campfire with coal, right? Alright, craft ourselves up a campfire. See, wood is used for absolutely everything. It's absolutely insane. Okay. And we got ourselves a campfire. Again, I've learned the hard way to keep this stuff away from where you're doing stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and burn up that iron that I put away. It's only 2, but it's enough to make ourselves, I believe, a pickaxe. It should warm us up real quick so I can just get back to doing what I was doing. I need to make some more arrows. Also need to make a hammer. I also need to make a whole bunch of stuff. tools. I don't think I can really make anything crazy unless I'm inside that thing. Alright, that's enough for now. And let's go to tools. And we don't really need an iron pickaxe. Construction hammer. Okay, we got amber. We need iron and a bit of leather. Alright, so what we're gonna do... Alright, we got some spoiled meat. Get this iron. We're gonna cook up this piece of meat. Should cook pretty damn quick at 518 degrees. Pretty much broiling. I would plant these oranges, but I would hate for someone to just kind of wander by and steal all of them. Come on. Cook up this piece of meat. Thank you. Take out the coal so we don't waste it all. Eat our piece of meat. Rancid steak. We don't need that. Alright. We're going to store our more important shit here. There we go. Flint isn't crazy important. One thing that we could do with the flint and that is make ourselves a bit of ammo. So you can make 10 arrows with 1 iron, or you can make 5 arrows with 3 flint. That should be good on arrows for now. We don't want to overcraft the arrows, or then we're going to be shit out of luck when somebody kills us. Alright. I think I'm actually going to plant these oranges up here. Because if I don't and then I die, I'm losing a shit ton of orange seeds. We'd easily come back up here, eat them, and multiply them. Look at all those oranges. We'll never run hungry now. Alright, so we need to get iron and we need to get a bit of leather. This is coal. We don't need that right now. That's flint. We can never have too much flint. We need to keep an eye and remember that we're up here on this mountain. We need to make sure we don't lose our bearings, or we're going to fuck ourselves over a bit. Alright. I think I'm going to go after some of the more deer because I don't have to waste arrows. That's not a deer. Headshotted bitch. Alright, we got enough leather now. Now we just need a bit of iron. I'm going to kill all the animals I see and gather all the wood I see. For sure. Wood, obviously you guys understand why I have to gather wood. And animals, leather, and tendons for string is probably one of the most important things ever. Besides wood. Then we're going to get a building hammer going, and then we're going to get our house going. One thing that we could do if we do get like an excess of iron. If we get an excess of iron, then we can actually start doing some more advanced tools in order to gather this stuff better anyway. Which would have been probably the safest bet to do right away. This seems like a great building area. I think it's on the noob coast, technically. I think this is technically considered the noob coast. But there's a lot of materials here. There's not a lot of iron. Is that a building right there? No, it's a rock. Not really finding any iron. That's coal. That's flint. That's coal, coal, flint. That's the hard stone. I feel like we might need to head more inland for something like iron. Yeah, let's head more inland. Again, trying just not to lose my bearings and not know where to go home. What was that noise? We're good. We're good. Just a little paranoid. Just a little paranoid because I got shot by arrows earlier. This is a good spot to build again, but I want to build, I guess, more towards the inland side of everything because that's where the iron is, that's where the clay is, that's where the goody goods are. Alright, this is some type of like RAD-TOWN-esque thing. And I don't know, I know there's actually a third person button. Let me check what that is. Because I've seen a lot of videos where people are in third person. Yeah, there we go. Not a fan of it, necessarily. I prefer first person in most games. But I guess it's good if you're trying to look over a wall or something. Just like every other game that has it. Oh. Somebody's hitting something somewhere. This guy at his base is hitting something. I don't want to provoke him. As who knows, because it's not hard to build a gun. At least from what I saw in the beta, or the early access, or whatever I had, alpha, pre-alpha. Guns are not hard to craft. Seeing as he's building right next to this fucking thing. Well, I mean, I am technically as well. I don't think he's one to fuck with. We will fuck with people soon, don't worry. I don't want to fuck with people when I have something to lose. I have a lot to lose on me right now. A lot of wood, a lot of everything. Until I can store stuff, I don't think I'm going to provoke a fight, but if I get shot at, I will shoot back. I usually play as a bitch turd early on in the games anyway. Avoidance. What? Hello? Alright. This is my mountain. Let's go kill this fucker. More leather. We can actually make armor, I believe, when we get back. This was actually one of the less populated servers. I kind of got lucky in that fact. That the first server I played on was one of the less popular ones when the game was like fully released. There's a lot of server hosters that are doing this game. I already told you guys about UHost Pro last episode. They are, I believe, one of the main server hosters for this game. And I believe this is a UHost Pro server, so it's pretty freaking clean so far. I haven't had any issues. We're gonna head more inland. I don't see any. I see so much wood here. Like, this is where I'm coming for wood. I think that's actually an iron ore right next to that piece of wood. This is definitely where I'm coming if I need to build. Might as well just build over here. There is bases over here already. And in case you're wondering, raids and stuff like that, there is some kind of improvised explosive device or something that you can use to blow into bases, similar to Rust. A lot of the shit's going to be comparable to Rust, because Rust is a successful game, and why not compare it to it? I'm not going to be that person that compares everything to Minecraft, because that usually becomes an issue in the comment section. We should have enough leather for, like, a good amount of armor now, I believe. As long as it's not as crazy as a backpack. Hello, dear. There's another iron ore right there. I think we might end up actually building down here. Because there's iron ore, there's wood really close. The RAD-TOWN, quote-unquote, is not that far away. Yeah, I see another iron right there, actually. Let's make a test to see if workbenches actually share loot. Another iron right there, and another iron right there. Okay, yeah. We're going to definitely have to build over here. A little bit too far for my comfort in order to get iron. Oh my, Jesus Christ, scared the fuck out of me. Why are you not breaking? Oh, server lagged. I think. No, it just wasn't breaking. Another iron over there. Yeah, okay, we're just gonna have to move shop. Alright, let's get this last iron and figure out where we're gonna go. I think I'm gonna go back here somewhere. Another iron right there. Jesus, okay. For sure just gonna have to move. Alright, we're getting this one last iron, and we're gonna stop getting distracted with more iron and more wood, and we're just gonna head back and get ourselves something going. Something that resembles some type of base. We're not gonna get to it today, but we're probably gonna get to crafting up a whole bunch of awesome tools and supplies and enough to do whatever we want. I know I said I wouldn't get distracted, but it's right here. I should probably stop doing it just because once we get iron tools, you actually get more from it. And just avoid wasting bad tools on them. Alright, we're going to build like right in here. I want to stay away from rocks as much as I can. Stormbreaker killed by dead. Dead is a bandit. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Right here is nice. It's hidden enough away from everybody. But it's close enough so that it's not too annoying. We need to get to a flat area, though. I don't want to be seen by him. Let's give it just a little bit more of a jog. Just to find a flat spot where it's not so hilly. And Stormbreaker killed dead. Okay. I think he gets less hilly just up here. I'm kind of adding to the jog already, but I think this is a much better area. I like this spot. All you have to do is go that way for gear, that way for RAD-TOWN. Good spot. Okay. Handcraft. We'll give ourselves another workbench. We'll see if workbench loot is shared. If not, I mean, the shit in that workbench wasn't exactly advanced. It was like 2 iron, and we have 16 ready to smelt, so we don't have to worry too much about it. We have coal. I probably will go back, actually, because I had string and stuff in there, too. Except we can make 36 string, so it's like, we already progressed faster. But we'll find out right now to see if it's shared. It is not shared. Okay. I'll head back there and grab it off camera or something. Or next time I'm over there. Alright. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a campfire going. Oh, I don't have the flint from over there. Flint is real easy, though. It's bound to be a flint rock somewhere over here. Any flint rocks? A lot of coal rocks. A lot of wood, actually. Let's learn our surroundings a little bit. This is going to give us a bit of flint. Iron ore right there. Coal ore right there. Okay, so next episode we will get the hammer going. We'll keep gathering. We'll keep adventuring. This is where we're going to build. We have our spot now. I do like this location. We probably won't like build right next to our workbench. We'll probably build over here. And yeah, let's see if actually let me see if I can make some armor real quick. We have a lot of leather. Basic pants. Shitty t-shirt. It's actually called a shitty t-shirt. Once you get more advanced up here, it requires iron and nothing really crazy. We could probably craft like the best armor right now. And F2 and we can look at ourselves. I don't know if there's actually like an alt method to look behind you or anything. I hear a bow. Well, thank you guys for stopping by today's episode. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm a little scared. I'm not logging off, so I'm a little scared because there's shit in the area.